Monumental breaking news in Ottawa today. Justin Trudeau, moments ago, just announced that he is going to trigger a Liberal leadership race. I'm going to break down for you exactly what this means. So a lot of you are going to have questions. Does this mean we're in an election? What's happening? What's happening in Parliament? Who's in charge of the country right now? These are all big questions that we don't have answers to, but I'm going to break down what just happened and kind of give you what I'm hearing behind the scenes on what's going to happen next. And there's a lot of stuff that you're not going to hear about, particularly on mainstream media news outlets today. So folks, before I get into this is some of the biggest news that's ever impacted Canada. It actually impacts the world because Canada is a G7 country. The problem is that the Liberal government put in place several bills that censor news. They prevent news from being shared on social media networks. And what that means is you might not see this type of backroom information. You might not hear these perspectives. And it's so critical, given what's happening to our country right now, that you get that information. So what I've done is everything that I'm about to break down for you, I've written it out for you. And there's a link in the comments if you're watching this on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the video description to this article. Everything I'm about to go through is in that link. In order for you to stay ahead of this rapidly developing situation, there's a lot of unknowns. We're looking for answers. We're trying to get answers to these questions. I ask you to click on that link, read through it, and most importantly, click subscribe. Today of all days, in some of the biggest news in Canadian history, recent Canadian history, I ask you to click subscribe. It's free. It allows me to directly communicate with you as I get this information. As this situation unfolds all day today, I will be sending this information to you. And then we know that social media platforms, sometimes they don't pass this information along, right? Sometimes there's certain voices that are suppressed. If you click on that link, it is completely free, and it allows me to communicate with you with the information I'm getting as a parliamentarian so that you understand what's happening and you don't have to rely on biased mainstream news. All right, so what happened? Justin Trudeau, as I reported here days ago, stepped out this morning and announced that he was triggering a Liberal leadership race. Now, some people are going to say that he resigned. That's not entirely true. Justin Trudeau said that he is essentially not going to run as the leader of the Liberal Party in the next election. And he did two other things. He announced that he was going to ask the Liberal Party to stay on as leader while his replacement is selected, okay? And he also announced that he was shutting down Parliament. So that means that right now, as of now, if you're watching this and you're Canadian, you do not have a functioning Parliament. Justin Trudeau went to the Governor General and did something called prorogue Parliament. Parliament will not sit in the middle of this crisis until the end of March. That's months from now. So I'm going to break down why this is so bad. But just to be perfectly clear, Justin Trudeau has not triggered an election. There's not an election right now. He shut down Parliament, which means there won't be a confidence vote. And he's trying to stay on as Liberal leader, even though he's asking the Liberal Party to replace him. Again, I've got links to all of this and what this means in the link that's in the video description or in the comments if you're watching this on Facebook. I really need you to click subscribe so that you can share this with people so that they don't, like some people are texting me right now and being like, oh, you're in an election. We are not in an election. Here's the kicker. We don't actually know who is in charge of Canada right now. And I'm going to explain why. Again, this is in this article that I've written where the link's in the comments. Justin Trudeau is going to ask the Liberal Party to stay on as leader, even though he wants to resign and not run in the next election. But the Liberal Party doesn't actually have to do this. The Liberal Party can, its constitution says that it's like a handful of Liberal insiders can actually pick who the next leader is. The problem with that is that it might not be Justin Trudeau. There are people in his caucus who I have heard rumors that they hope it's going to be somebody else other than Justin Trudeau. So we don't actually know who's in charge of the country right now, which is an incredibly disastrous situation. So when I say that Justin Trudeau has plunged the country into chaos, it's because right now in Canada, at a time of national crisis, we don't know who's in charge of the country. The second thing we don't know is exactly what's going to happen in terms of Parliament. So right now he's prorogued Parliament. That means that Parliament won't actually sit to the end of March at a time of national crisis when the incoming American president is threatening 25% tariffs on our economy. Parliament's actually not going to sit. And instead, what Justin Trudeau did in his announcement this morning, again, all of this is outlined on the link in the comments. Please click subscribe so I could stay in touch with you today. What he said was that this was a reset. That's how the Liberals are trying to brand this, as a friendly reset, not plunging the country into chaos. And that's exactly what this is. Now, why are they actually, what's the actual political reason for this chaos? Well, first of all, Justin Trudeau, there's a bunch of members of his caucus that he passed over for cabinet very recently in the last 2 weeks. And that means that now, not because of any sort of policy that they've all supported for months and weeks, now because of all of this policy, or because of their polling numbers dropping, they're actually saying, oh, no, we need somebody else to change it. But they want to do that because then potentially Justin Trudeau might put them in their cabinet. That's what I'm hearing behind the scenes too. So apparently the Liberal caucus is going to meet later in the week on Wednesday. At that point in time, apparently they're going to look at this Liberal leadership race process. Some of them have even gone on the media this morning. They've taken to X and other places. They've written letters, and they're saying that they want this leadership race to take months. They want it to take months at a time, where you and I, nobody in Canada can afford months of Parliament to be shuttered and months of the Liberals getting their act together, or trying to try and change out the hood ornament on the Titanic. That's what they're trying to do right now instead of fixing our problems. So there's a couple of other updates that, again, please click subscribe on the link that's in the comments. Please share this video. This is going to be a rapidly evolving situation. There's been a lot of questions about, well, what is Jagmeet Singh going to do? If Parliament comes back at the end of March, he's going to surely, like right now, he'll vote non-confidence now, right? No. There's two critical things that happened that you need to know about. One, very recently. First of all, senior members of the NDP over the last week have said that they would support the Liberals no matter what. So, and then today, Jagmeet Singh, moments ago, just posted on X this very ambiguous statement that didn't say that he wasn't going to support the Liberals. It was this very ambiguous, you could tell it was like a placeholder for media. I took that to mean the NDP, like they've done before, every time they say they're going to vote non-confidence, what do? They vote confidence in the Liberals. I think that the NDP is actually trying to hedge their bets to keep this Parliament going as long as possible. I don't think that they will actually vote non-confidence at the end of March. And here's the thing, is prorogation is actually a gift to Jagmeet Singh, because it means that the NDP won't have to face a vote of confidence again until the end of March, and until when? After Jagmeet Singh has vested his pension. But that actually doesn't matter from the perspective of there's many other members of his caucus that are going to retire. And so they're going to want to keep a paycheck as long as possible, right? So there's a lot of motivation for the NDP to keep the Liberals in power, even as they go through this leadership race, right? So again, I've broken this all down for you with links, like links to to Jagmeet Singh's statement, etc. That is, there's links in the article that I've written in the video description. Please click subscribe. So there's a few more questions that I'm going to be coming to you, hopefully with answers as I get them over the next few hours. We don't know how long this Liberal leadership is going to be. We don't know if Justin Trudeau is going to remain on as Prime Minister. We don't know if federal cabinet ministers who want to run to replace him, who are in key cabinet portfolios like foreign affairs, like finance, are going to be forced to resign, or if they're going to stay in their portfolios as this chaos continues. So again, I want to be very clear about what's happening today. First of all, this is a very fluid situation. I don't actually think the Liberals know what's going on. I don't think they have a plan. I don't think their party brass has a plan. And in the meantime, what that means is functionally, we do not know who's in charge of Canada. We do not know who the prime minister is. Is it going to be Trudeau? Is it going to be somebody else? Are Liberal insiders going to pick two people? We don't know. It is actual chaos. The second thing that I'm going to close with this. I want you all to keep an eye on the spin that you're going to hear from Liberal media and Liberal spinners today. And that's two things. First of all, they're all going to be thanking Justin Trudeau for his contributions. Justin Trudeau should not be thanked. Justin Trudeau should absolutely not be thanked for 9 years of disaster. Like, he should not be thanked. But today, in plunging Canada into chaos with this sort of like putting the Liberal Party and its leadership race ahead of your ability to select the next prime minister in a general election, that was his parting gift to the country, was more chaos. We need a general election. We don't need what Justin Trudeau has been doing. And you know, it just blows my mind that the Liberals are trying to spin that somehow selecting somebody out of their caucus who has stood by Justin Trudeau on every decision that he's made, none of them have ever criticized any of these policies, is somehow going to change the country. No, all it's going to do is prolong the chaos that we're in and make things worse. Folks, we need a general election. This cannot be allowed to stand. So, what I need you to do to help me and fellow conservatives that are fighting this, we all need to raise our voices that we need a general election now. And I also need you to stay apprised of what's happening in order to ensure that you've got the right information that's going beyond the Liberal spin that we're seeing happening. I've broken this all down for you. It's in a long form read. The link is in the comments. Please click subscribe so that you can get these updates as this dramatic situation is unfolding. And we must fight this. We need a general election now. I will be coming to you on this channel. Subscribe to this channel if you don't already. Please do that. And I'll be coming to you multiple times over the next couple of days as this situation unfolds. Working hard for you. Have a great day.